First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. As always, we do appreciate you joining us. And a reminder, if this is your first time watching me live stream here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom every weekday, starting around 1 p.m., you can find us on whatever platform you found us on right now. That's a great way to watch if you're watching live or after the fact. Thanks for doing so. We're on YouTube, our website, and the Fox 12 Oregon apps, among other places. So thanks for being here. Today, we're going to play my conversation with actor Jamie Chung. She is a part of a show called Accused, which airs on Fox, and the show revolves around telling the stories of people who are defendants. So it looks at a crime, something that happened. Obviously, these are fiction, but it looks at a crime that happened, and then it tells the story from the defendant's point of view, how it all happened. Each week, it's an ensemble cast, so pretty fun way to go about it. I interviewed Kobe Smulders a couple of weeks ago. She was on that show, and Jamie is on an episode with Ken Jeong, playing opposite Ken Jeong. So we talked to Jamie just about the show itself, about what it's like being a part of that, and a little bit about Portland, a little bit about Ken Jeong as well. So here it is. Hello. Thanks so much for having some time for us today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, of course. Thanks for having me.
I'll jump right into it. So
Sure.
let me, so you've starred in so many different kinds of roles and shows, movies, all the whole thing. Accused is set up a little bit different in that it's an anthology, and essentially, you come in for this one big episode, and that's how it is for each one of these things. So what is it about this kind of show that draws you to it?
Well, you really have a full-rounded story. You have characters that are so well-rounded, so layered, and it's so easy to see the beginning and end versus a series where, you're kind of guessing and there's like this steady trajectory, but really it's like a mini film. It's all bundled up into one episode. It's all there. It's so deep and beautiful and profound. And this episode specifically, who is co-written by Albert Shin, a Korean Canadian, was so specific to cultural, themes. And so it was really lovely and specific.
Nice. And I love that, it's kind of all wrapped up into this one episode.
Mm-hmm.
You get all of those different parts, but also bringing in that aspect as well. Could you tell us just a little bit about your character in particular?
Yes. So I play a character named Grace, and she's married to Eugene. This is Eugene's story. They've been married happily for 14 years. They both have a fresh start in life. They both found God. And suddenly her past comes to revisit her, and I think it wreaks havoc on her family because she spent so many years kind of moving past the darkness of her history. And so she just wants a fresh start. And I think she's just trying to protect her family, and she's trying to keep her loved ones safe by keeping a really dark secret. But eventually, I think it kind of backfires.
Things happen. No spoilers. Well, you mentioned the cultural aspect too, and I think that's an important thing to bring into this. Maybe for people who may not be familiar with that particular culture you're referencing, what are some things that they would notice or that would be good for them to know about that?
Well, I think that's a great question. I think it's really specific to an immigrant story. Specifically for us, it's the Korean American story. But I think anyone can relate. Parents who want a fresh beginning, a better beginning for their children, a better life for their kids. But there's a huge responsibility that comes along with that as the child, because you don't want to disappoint your parents. And if you want to make amends. You want, if they've sacrificed so much for your dreams to come true, you just kind of want to give them the life that they really deserve, and you want to take advantage of this opportunity and make the most of your life. And so you have those cultural themes of guilt and shame and secrets, trying to protect the ones that you love.
What was it like working with Ken Jeong
Oh my
on and off
gosh.
screen?
Well, listen, we've worked together, in various different scenes for The Hangover,
Right.
and The Hangover 2 and 3. And so, it's first of all very strange to see him fully clothed and not just in in his briefs. But secondly, it's so refreshing to see him in a role that's so dramatic and so vulnerable. Like, he is a lovable person in real life. And, through comedy, I think he uses that to reflect. And, he uses that for therapy and whatnot. But to see him work in drama, he's such a profound actor. And to see him, he's really great at everything, and it's kind of annoying, to be honest.
One of those guys.
Yeah, he can do comedy and he can do drama, but really he poured his heart into this one. And Oh, God. I mean, Michael Chiklis did such a wonderful job kind of guiding us through this really raw episode. But I think people will be pleasantly surprised to see Ken, again, in a different element, but also in his own element.
Yeah, yeah, different version of Ken, but it's still Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it. I guess final question is, what would you like people to take away from this story that you're telling here?
Oh, gosh. I mean, I think the great thing about this anthology is that it's unpredictable. Like, your life can change in an instant, from a mistake, from a moment of passion, a moment of darkness. And so really anyone can be caught up in these predicaments. And I think that's why the show is so relatable to so many people. Like, it could happen to you. It's like kind of a cautionary tale, right?
Right.
But really you get to hear the story from the defendant's point of view. Like, you know, all the things that led up to this kind of instant that could possibly change your life forever.
Yeah, all those steps that lead to
Like, it really gives a lot of empathy to the person who is on trial, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's fantastic show. I can't wait to watch your episode. So
Thank you.
everybody can check that out. And Jamie, I want to thank you, for having some time to talk to us today. I really, really appreciate it, and enjoy watching all of your work. So
Thank you so much, Greg. I appreciate that. I love
bet.
Portland also.
yay, yes,
Yeah.
Portland likes you.
West Side's the best side. Let's go, baby.
Yes, agreed.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, there we go. Jamie Chung right here on Fox 12 Now. Appreciate her time for joining us for that. And again, talking about that show Accused, which does air on Fox on Tuesdays. All right, so we do have plenty of things that we cover here, so it's a wide range of topics. I always encourage you to go check out our YouTube channel, as I mentioned there at the beginning, or of course, KPTV.com, or the Fox 12 Now tab, or the Fox 12 Oregon app. And you can see the wide range of topics that we do cover here on the show. Feel free to send me an email, fox12now@kptv.com. That's fox12now@kptv.com. If you have a suggestion for a topic, or maybe there's something that you've seen on one of our other news shows that you want a deeper dive on, we could get the reporter on, we can have a little bit longer of a conversation, more in-depth, maybe answer some of the questions that you might have. So send me that email. But otherwise, thanks for joining us. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.